Hello, world. This is the animation commentator coming to you once again. Uh, First off, I know it's been weeks, maybe probably over a month since the last time I even posted a video on the animation commentator channel, and I would like to apologize for that. Things have been pretty busy, and I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to take the channel. Like, that second video I put up with featuring my little salamander friend, that only got maybe 20 views, and like 8 of those views were my own views, so I'm not sure what direction to really take it right now. I really enjoy doing the drawings and having that little narration scenario with my little salamander friend. And forgive me, I have forgotten his name at the moment. I'm going to have to watch the video again just to remind myself his name. But I hope to do more videos like that in the future because I'm very much a hand animation enthusiast, but I'm an enthusiast. I'm not an actual animator. But I can draw very well. I mean, maybe someday I could learn how to animate. That's a big maybe. But so the topic of today, I think, I think today I'll talk about the whole Han Solo thing. That Solo, a Star Wars story. Now, granted, it's got nothing to do with animation, but this, I hope to tie this in with the topic of the channel, which is animation. So, here's my opinion on one of the many reasons why Solo failed. Well, actually the main reason, and it's because of Disney. It's a Disney problem. I mean, sure, you might point out the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and honestly, that's the only thing going for Disney right now, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, sure, there's that whole thing with the live action remakes of the original Disney movies and these CGI remakes. I mean, or these CGI fairy tale movies and Wreck It Ralph, and my goodness. I mean, I watched the first Wreck It Ralph movie. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. More than just animation, I just didn't like the story. And little Fix It Felix is such a little dorky little guy, and it was like, ugh, really? This is what Disney's gone to making now. These Pixar wannabe movies with these absolutely bogus characters. But a lot of people have the right to say, no, Nick, this was fantastic storytelling, and you know what? It's your opinion, and you have the First Amendment right to stand by that, and I've got the First Amendment right to say, I don't like it. Anywho, back to the whole thing with Solo. The thing about it is, Disney has lost its identity. It lost its identity within the first 2 generations of Walt Disney's death. I mean, Disney had a defining factor to it. Disney was a family-friendly hand animation company. And then, in the 2000s, it started to lose that identity. I mean, culminating with the Frog Princess and the last real Winnie the Pooh movie. And don't get me started on that live action Ewan McGregor Winnie the Pooh. Like, bleh, really? Those stuffed animals, they're horrible. I mean, and I didn't even watch the trailers, I'm that disgusted. But I did see the pictures, and it's like, that is not adorable at all. I know, millions of people on the internet, they're like, oh, this is so cute, so cute. Look at Winnie the Pooh. Oh, he looks so cute in that live action getup. Sorry, that CGI live action Winnie the Pooh is not Winnie the Pooh to me. I mean, Winnie the Pooh to me is always going to be either from what I've read in the books, with the illustrations by E.B. White, I think, in those books, or the Disney hand-drawn Winnie the Pooh. That's the real Winnie the Pooh, not this fake. And it's not the first time they've botched Winnie the Pooh. There's also that one with that redheaded girl, that TV show. I guess they were trying to replace Christopher Robin with some girl named Darby or Darcy or whatever, and it's like, who are you? Like, I mean, come on. You could have made a show about Susie Durkins from Calvin and Hobbes and her bunny bun, and I would have loved that, but come on. Replacing Christopher Robin with Darcy? Like, who is this girl? I don't care about this girl. I want Christopher Robin. And now we're getting Christopher Robin, and it's a live action. And anywho, spent like 6 minutes already talking about sidetracking off of the actual topic. And I was starting to talk about that. So anyway, that what established Disney was being a hand-animated company that also made family-friendly movies. Now, the thing about it is, I would venture to say that in this day and age, Disney doesn't have to make kid-friendly movies in order to survive, but I would say that it should still stick to its roots of being a hand animation company, and it has failed miserably at that. The thing is, Disney is turning into everyone else. Disney has forgotten who it is. Disney is no longer Disney. Disney is now this marriage between Pixar and Star Wars and this thing that calls itself Disney. I mean, if it weren't for the Pixar branch, you wouldn't really have a whole lot of family-friendly movies. I get it. Most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are family-friendly, and like I said, that's the only thing going for Disney right now. But you've got. These Star Wars movies are increasingly becoming less family-friendly. Like, all of a sudden, Lando is this guy who is in love with pots and pans, and yes, I know the actual word is pansexual, and I know that. Anyway, it's messed up. The whole thing is messed up. It's not family friendly, and that's why. That is why Disney is failing spectacularly. Like I said, with the exception of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even then, not all of its movies are family friendly. Disney has turned into something that it was not supposed to be. To quote Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. These things have turned you into something you're not. Don't listen to them. Disney's listening too much to Pixar and to Star Wars. Actually, it's not even listening enough to Star Wars. That's the ironic thing. I'm a Star Wars fan, lifelong Star Wars fan. And yes, I love the prequels. And in some aspects, I love the prequels better than I do the original trilogy. Don't judge, you Ewok lovers. You may hate us prequel trilogy people for our Gungans, but you have your Ewoks, so don't bother talking to me about Jar Jar when you got your little Wicket. So there, I said it. Anyway, Disney's just... What can I say? Disney's just not family friendly anymore, and that's why it's failing. And that's why the whole thing with Star Wars acquisition is failing. The only thing going for it is Pixar, and well, if Pixar wasn't part of Disney, if Disney hadn't bought Pixar, Disney would be up a creek without a paddle, except for the fact that it's also copycatting Pixar and making its own Pixar wannabe movies. But, Solo is failing for the very same reason that its hand-drawn movies failed, because they're just not family-friendly. All the... I wouldn't say that the hand-drawn movies were never... I can't really point to any one hand-drawn movie and say that it wasn't family-friendly, except for, like, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it was wonderful. Disney's just... It's just turned into something it's not. Disney, you're not Star Wars. Knock it off. Give Star Wars to someone else. And Disney, you're not Fox. Now I want to see the X-Men and the Avengers all tangled together. I really do. But Disney, you're not the company to be running the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You never were. But, this is just my rant because I am just a hand animation enthusiast, and I really hate the way that Disney has thrown it under the bus when it looks... I mean, it's like what I've said before. The hand animated movies did not fail because of money issues. I mean, the issues that caused Disney to let go of hand animation did involve the money, but the hand animated movies stopped earning money because Disney stopped telling movies and stopped telling stories that people cared about, which is really the point of the whole Han Solo thing. Disney has just stopped telling Star Wars stories that people care about. Like The Last Jedi was an abomination, and this Han Solo movie is also terrible. And I haven't even gone to see it, but because I'm part of the boycott movement, so there you go. Anyway, where was I? Disney is just... it's just not good. It's not good. That's all I gotta say. And as long as Disney continues down this downward spiral of not listening to its fans and not giving them what they want, more studios under the Disney brand are just going to fail. Kevin Feige isn't going to stick around forever. What are you going to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Kevin Feige is gone? That's the one biggest thing going for you right now, Disney. And when he's gone, what are you going to do? Pixar, John Lasseter, he's not going to be around forever. And Pixar's already made some stupid movies. Don't get me started on The Good Dinosaur. Come on. I've seen dinosaur masterpieces. The Land Before Time. That was awesome. That Good Dinosaur thing is just a pile of rubbish. And like I said, I've never seen... And I love Pixar, the company. I'm going to watch The Incredibles 2. But the Good Dinosaur, I've never gone to see that movie. I've never watched it in its entirety, and that's largely because I was influenced by the animation, because as far as CGI goes, I've seen Pixar do better. Those dinosaurs looked like abominable piles of clay. That's what they looked like. Like, really? You could have done much better. The dinosaur movie that Disney made without Pixar's help, that would looked much better as far as... And I've seen that one. That one was actually a pretty good movie. But... you're just not... Stop being what you're not, Disney. That's the problem here. And that's why Solo failed. And that's why hand animation failed you. Because you were telling bad stories that people didn't care about anymore. And you're doing the same thing with Star Wars. You're telling bad stories people don't care about anymore. What are you going to do? Throw Star Wars out the window like you did hand animation? That's my thoughts. This is Nicholas Dario, also known as the Animation Commentator. And I hope very much that you enjoyed this video. And I will see you the next time I post another one. Have a God-blessed evening. Goodbye.